Hey,
And
everybody.
we're live.
Yeah, we're live. It's a drinking
Welcome
night.
to
I
another
got my red
Freakin
stripe here.
Atheist. I'm Dawn, and I got a nut in front of me.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing really good. And how's everybody out in the chat tonight? It's a drink night for me, anyway, and Don.
Yeah. There was a bit of confusion. I was thinking it was on my channel. You were thinking it was on yours. And really sorry, chat, but
I don't know
we
whose
just got
fault
a
it is.
little mixed up there.
You can blame me. I don't care. Or your dog or my dog.
Oh, yeah, I really don't care whose fault it was or if it was even someone's fault or whatever, just as long as the people get the content.
Hey,
So what do
Zod.
we got here? We got Zod, Wonder Lady, Mrs. Snarky, they, and Spooky. Did I miss anyone?
I don't think so. Oh, Wonder Lady. Who else?
I said Wonder Lady.
Hey is in there.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful night. Well, it's a little bit rainy here. You said you had a little shower come through up there, huh?
Yeah. But it's been nice for the most part. Shorts weather. Just about time for the beach.
Time for the beach. I thought, are you in the mountains or are you out on the coast more?
Uh, just coming out of the mountains. It's still mountains, but um, we're like in a valley here. um, I don't even know what you would call it because it is mountains, but they're not the super tall mountains.
Okay. Yeah, I remember the last time I was up in BC was probably 93 is when we drove through there. And I think it was between Prince George and Calgary, somewhere out around there. We were on that road. And I remember us trying to figure out, because we had a little Mustang, trying to figure out if we could make it from one gas station to the next with it was, I think it was 300 kilometers or something like that. We were doing the math to try to figure it out because we're Yanks, you know. We don't
Yeah.
know that metric system very well.
Fun. Uh, this, Brian's with us. Hi, Brian. So yeah, we talked and decided to have a drink together.
Yeah. Chatted or whatever on Twitter and comments, but never really actually talked yet. It's nice to
Yeah.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Salute.
Cheers. So, thinking you were going to be on my channel, I kind of prepared a little, like a few things to talk about. So, we're going to go with it. I don't know if you've got something you want to tackle as well.
I got nothing.
Oh,
Yeah, I might
okay.
come up with something. I'm kind of off the hip guy, so.
Okay. So my first question is, why are you nuts?
Why am I nuts? Because somebody's got to do that. I think my goal in life is to make everybody that I meet belly laugh at least once. That's the only goal I've got in life. So I got a ways to go, but
That's a good goal. Yeah, because like you watch your videos and it's just nothing but fun.
that's what I'm about. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I like making people laugh. That's what I enjoy the most. I mean, I do have a serious side. I know you've seen that too. I'm sure, but I like to have fun. I don't think life's too short. We're only here once. It's the only thing I've
Yeah.
ever thought in my life. So I like to live it up.
And in your real life, am I correct in thinking you're a carpenter?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Just like Jesus.
Hence the name for my series there, The Lowly Atheist Carpenter.
Yeah. There's
a little
other
crazy,
things.
says they. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I've a lot of stuff that I did was building steel sheds, and that's climbing in the rafters like a little monkey. So
Yeah.
yeah, you got to be half nuts to do that, I guess.
Yeah. I used to run construction jobs before my back went.
Yeah,
And
I can't climb buildings anymore. I'm half century mark. I passed the half century mark, so I think slow down a little bit,
yeah.
I guess. Laughing lady says, "Finish carpenter." I do a lot of stuff like that, but I don't climb on roofs anymore.
Yeah. Because you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, aren't you?
um, Probably about 4 miles outside of a town of 13,000.
Okay, that's not too bad of a.
No, we're not, but we're out in the. It's kind of the Minnesota River Valley, so
Yeah.
it's its own little wilderness surrounded by cornfields. It's the best way to describe it.
Hi, Clay. Yeah, with the smaller you get with places, the more jack of all trades you need to be to get into construction and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I just thought my whole thing, my whole life, I've always liked to figure things out. I like to tear things apart. I made a lot of mess and wrecked a lot of things by doing it, but I tore a lot of things apart to try and figure out how they work. So I guess
Yeah.
that's kind of who I was. So I could
Yeah.
make anything out of nothing. So oh yeah, take
And
that,
that's the way you are the ultimate designer.
I can make something out of nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so speed responses, man. Favorite song?
Favorite song? I
Speed
would have to
response.
say it's I can't think of the name of the song. Uh, A Day in the Life by the Beatles.
Okay. Teacher you hated?
Uh, Starts with that was my 8th grade English teacher. I don't think I hated her, but I was afraid of her. she had a big voice. About a 5'2" gal, but a huge voice.
What color are your eyes?
Brown.
Is that because you're full of shit?
Oh yeah. You can unscrew my head and scoop it out of me if you want to.
Tats or piercings?
Nope, none.
None. Me neither.
When I almost did get a tattoo, but then I started thinking, geez, everybody's doing it now. I'm a nonconformist, and I'll be different by not getting one. So that's kind of the way I felt about it. That's how much of a nonconformist I am.
Something from nothing, Johnny style. What's you mean by that?
Something from nothing, Johnny style. I don't even know what that would be.
Oh,
I think it's just
that's going back to you being the designer.
Yeah, I think it's being rhetorical on what I just said before.
Yeah. Okay. Craziest thing you did as a teen?
Craziest thing? Wow. I have a plethora of that kind of stuff. Wow. Oh,
Extremely illegal stuff that the police could come after you for.
well, I suppose I did get run from. I think it was spray painting something or something like that, but that wasn't crazy stuff. That was just not really knowing what I was doing. Craziest? I don't know. Golly, can I come back to that one? I got a couple things.
We can just forget it.
I've done some pretty crazy things.
Yeah. Place in the world you would love to visit.
Again, or haven't been to? Probably haven't been to. I'm guessing here.
Either or.
I would like to see a lot of the Asian construction and all that. I'd like to see like China and Asian areas. I'd love to see that part of the world.
Oh, nice.
Easter Island.
What I would love, yeah. What I would love to do is get my scuba diving certificate and go down to Mexico and do some of the cave dives in there.
Oh, that would be awesome. Spelunky. Isn't that what it's called? Cave diving.
Well, I'm not really sure. There's a few different styles, I guess you'd call it, but some do it for the thrill of it and try to see how far they can go and stuff. Well, others are just kind of just casual, go in a cave and check it out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do some of the more serious adventuring, but
Mrs. Snarky just said she'd love to visit Greece, and I think that'd be another one too. Seeing that just ancient construction sites. I'd love to see that. See, I'm into that kind of stuff. I love building things. So.
Yeah. Mrs. Snarky had something to say before too. She was wondering, tell us your thoughts on God, the universe, and everything.
Spelunking is just caving, not underwater, says Clade Starfish. Cave diving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd say cave diving is about as risky as you can get. There's got to be some kind of air currents in there, thermal currents too, that you got to worry about when you're going cave diving.
Yeah. So you're gonna tell Miss Snarky what your thoughts are on the universe and God and everything?
What I think about the universe, my opinion is, the universe is trying to figure itself out. It's a bottom up thing. It's not a top down thing like most theists would call it. I think we're figuring ourselves out. And that's just about as simple as you can put it.
Yeah.
We are the universe. We're trying to figure it out. There's nothing more to it.
Exactly. John 3:16, Tad. Oh dear. Han's got a John 3:16 tat.
John 3:16. Who does that?
Oh, he wondered about getting it.
Oh,
he never got it. Okay. So, what's it like being a redneck?
Being a redneck? I don't know. Usually from Minnesota, you don't get called that too often.
No. I was raised a redneck.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I am a redneck. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what the definition of a redneck actually is, except for what I've heard from Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah.
So there is that.
Jeff Foxworthy was like explaining what my family's like.
Yeah. He's got. I can't even think of any of his stuff off of the top.
Yeah.
You're a redneck if you. I don't think I fit any of those definitions anyway. Not many of them.
No. I just had to bug you.
All right, I'm confessing all. I'll ask your questions, everybody. Come on.
Where's the
well,
questions?
not all. I'm not going to confess everything. I'm not going to tell you the way the universe
How big is it? So, any more questions, chat? Come on. Some secrets.
It's funny, Clade.
They is surrounded by rednecks. Now, they is mysterious enough that he could very well be a redneck and we just don't know.
Yeah, they could be anything. Think about that.
Wonder Lady wants an embarrassing story.
An embarrassing story? How I'm flubbing right now trying to tell you an embarrassing story. See, now if I was used to being in the spotlight, then I'd be thinking about these and have some kind of an answer for it. But I guess your usual typical things like screwing up in front of class or something like that, but nothing too out of the ordinary.
No, you're boring.
I know. I am boring. I'm a very boring person. I don't do much. But I'm drinking tonight.
Pardon?
I said I'm drinking tonight, though.
Yeah. That's Johnny.
Ein Prost.
Okay. Have you always been an atheist? Grandma Mo wants to know.
My great grandma was a free thinker, and she kind of started out in the Unitarian Church years ago. And she was like the music instructor at the church or whatever. But her daughter, my great grandma, my grandma, and my mom, all free thinkers, and you basically can call them atheists. But they kind of had I suppose part of their thing was following the Buddhist kind of philosophy, sort of. So I know my great grandma had a lot of stuff like that around, but yeah, but I've always been an atheist, so I wasn't indoctrinated, so to speak. So I found it surprising when I was
proudest
across younger
achievement.
creationists.
Clade wants to know your proudest achievement.
My proudest achievement? Meeting all the people in the community here. That kind of my proudest one. I have to say, I mean, you, Don, the Godless Iowa, Mrs. Snarky, they, Prophet of Zod, all you people. I love all you people. This is I can't even name you all here tonight because that's how many of them there are. That's my proudest achievement.
Yeah, there's just so much love in the community. What motivates Johnny goals, ideas?
What motivates me? Well, I'm a nihilist, don't you know? I mean, what else does an atheist do?
You're not a nihilist, really, are you?
No, no. Well, moral nihilist, I suppose. I mean, I don't think there's an actual somebody creating a purpose or any kind of being created. I created a purpose. Let's put it that way. So I guess in a way, yeah. Yeah, but
that's more deterministic than nihilistic, right?
But I mean, I have purpose in everything around me. You know, I got my brother, his daughter, my mom, everybody else that are other relatives and stuff. Not all of them are super loved, but or they don't love me anyway.
Now, Wonder Lady wants to know about your music, your favorite kind of music, favorite song.
I
And you're
am.
surrounded by music equipment, so
I am a complete and total Beatles fan. If I was born in that era, I would have been out there probably being a groupie. um, yeah, Beatles
cool.
but I do love all genres of music. I love experimenting with all kinds of culture and ethnic styles, and yeah, I love it all. There isn't much that I don't like, but yeah, if it's not quite music, then I don't like it. So
Yeah. Awesome. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any questions here. The people love you, Johnny. The people love you.
oh, thank you.
Prophet Azad, what's the coolest thing you ever built?
Coolest thing I ever built? Hey, now that's a trick question. That word "coolest" doesn't quite work in there. Let me see. Coolest thing. I think it was probably because I did it by myself completely without anybody helping me. It was my brother's back deck out at his place out in L.A. The back deck on there.
Yeah.
That was, yeah, I spent a lot of time, and it was the first time that I actually went out and did something complete. I mean, not even having a helper. It was a lot of work, but I did it. Yeah, that was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Boring, I know. I'm
And
boring.
Wonder Lady wants to know. Wonder Lady wants to know, what the fuck are you drinking?
It's called Red Stripe Jamaican beer. It's got the DG on there. And you know what that DG stands for? It's damn good beer, man.
And it's even in a stubby bottle. Eh?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen a stub nosed bottle like that for ages.
Really? Me neither, but I think this is one of the only few ones that do it. Yeah, it has been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you remember when all beer came in stub nosed bottles,
I
right?
remember the first beer brewed. That's how old I am.
Don't say that, because I'm only a few years behind you.
ah, it's all earned.
Well, let's see. What else?
And that's 5150. That is the police term for crazy, you know.
5150?
Crazy man on the loose or something like that. Crazy person on the loose.
Oh, funny.
Police code,
Uh,
radio code, or whatever you want to call it.
Clade is wondering. Yeah. Clade's wondering, silliest thing you ever believed. You know, like anything woo in history.
Well, I don't know if it was woo so much, but I sort of had the when I was working out digging a hole doing safety inspections on some utility poles for a company. I it just happened to be that I saw this little dead yellow bird laying next to me next to the pole, and it was like the first warm air that you'd feel on yourself in the springtime. It brushed across my face right when I looked at the bird, and I correlated these two things and thought, oh, maybe the Indian spirits are talking to me or something like that. And I guess I kind of had a little bit of a made up my own little vision quest inside of my head off of that. And that's probably as far as spiritual as I've ever gotten in my life, I guess. I pretty soon I kind of faded away after a while because it wasn't. I just kind of related that kind of thing to it, and I suppose as you move away from that memory, it gets a little bit. It just fades away.
Yeah, with me, I was Christian and I was Wiccan. But the craziest for me is I used to listen to Alex Jones and believe some of the things he said.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk to me anymore now, do you?
Oh, like I've seen a lot of people fall for him though. People I wouldn't think would
Yeah.
fall for that kind of. What Rush Limbaugh kind of has that thing too, where he appeals to that. Oh, let's go. You know, he appeals to that person that's pissed off after they get off of work kind of attitude, and it's kind of his appeal, and that's what made him famous. You know, he appealed to that, the working man kind of thing like that. When all he was just doing whatever his thing, you know, getting rich off of that. So
yeah. I knew Hell's Angel that, you know, he was like closet full of guns kind of Hell's Angel, and he totally believed Alex Jones. And now that I'm clear in my thinking, that's scary.
Yeah, it's fun. I don't even know what that is. Mrs. Snarky just did that interview with Jessica Schwab, and I think that's so interesting because she talks about how she had that power of being in front of people and people would just listen to everything she said, and I think that's just interesting. I think that's a good story to be told. I think I pay attention to that because that's when these people have to realize that they have that ability if they do that. I mean, just from what they say. I mean, how do you control it, you know? I don't get it. I don't understand that part of rhetoric. How they can do that. And
favorite book?
And I lost my train of thought.
Snarky wants to know.
What's that? My favorite book?
Mrs. Snarky wants to know your favorite book. Sorry.
My favorite book?
History of the Beatles.
Probably the Beatles Bible. Here's the thing with me. I can't. It's hard for me to read fiction because I've got one of those brains that works. I'll start reading something. By the time I get to the third paragraph, I'll be sitting there making up my own story to it in my own head or whatever, daydreaming. So fiction's really hard for me to read. But if it's reading about facts and stuff like that, I guess I concentrate on it more because I don't go off on that daydreaming or whatever. It's a flaw in my head.
I can't read fiction either.
I make up my own story by the time I get into the, it's like, hey.
Yeah. The Lavender Lady made a claim here, and I do have to check it because she's probably joking around. She said listening to Alex Jones is a clear indicator of derangement. It's in the DSM-5.
Okay.
Now, tell me, Lavender Lady, do I have to check the DSM-5, or are you joking? I do have a copy of the DSM-5. Oh, look at that special view of Johnny's butt. What's he doing? Bringing his dog?
I can't find the book that I was going to look for, but it's back there somewhere. Can you see it?
Oh, okay.
Some of them are fiction.
Yeah, when I was thinking of being a YouTuber, I was thinking, well, so many people will sit there in front of a bookshelf full of books, and the books I have are all electronic books, right? E-books. So I do have some books, but I was thinking of just printing out a bunch of pictures of books on a shelf and pinning them to something behind me. All right, what else we got here?
Livin' Lady says she's pulling your leg.
Yeah, well, I thought so. Isn't she a doll though?
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah, and I still, I've got a video I've got to edit where she answers questions for me, and it's been something I've been needing to do for a little while, and I'm going to get to that very soon, Lavender Lady. And then after yours, I've got seculars. What I'm doing is like short 5-minute videos for the website so that people can go to the website and see what you're like in about 5 minutes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you'll have to do that too, Johnny.
Yeah, I'll definitely get on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to.
I've got a page for it.
Might as well make an announcement here too, because next week, next Monday's show, I'm going to have Kendall. I can't remember her last name now, but I'll have a link in the description here in this when it's done. But I'm gonna have her on. She's go to her channel and subscribe. I just found her a little bit ago, and she's got a great channel. Yeah, I'm drinking too much right now, so I can't find it.
Oops. Wrong keyboard.
Wrong keyboard.
Problem with using two computers, eh?
What you got freaking humming down there by you? I just.
You got humming?
All I heard was a. That came through you.
Oh, I had my phone on the table. That's why. It's a glass table, so when the phone vibrates, I
was starting to wonder
really
though.
Vibrates.
Maybe I better go off camera now.
So we confused Wonder Lady, and I am so sorry, Wonder Lady. No, that it was a message to me on Twitter.
Yeah.
She was confused about the streams.
Oh, we were confused about the streams, for crying out loud. Like, yeah. I don't know, Don and me. I don't know.
Don't really matter.
Lavender Lady, I thought it was my vibrator with a mind of its own. That's funny.
She does want to know what possessed you to look at the Catholic Answers video.
What possessed me to look at the Catholic Answers video?
Yeah, she did a video. Well, she's done a few videos responding to Catholic Answers, and I'm guessing that you checked it out.
I must have. Well, why would have I? I don't actually. I don't even remember doing it, but then, let me think here. Well, the reason that I would have is my dad was raised by Catholic parents. My grandma was really religious. She did the rosary like constantly all day long. That was my grandma. My dad hated the Catholic Church. Yeah, I didn't have a chance at being a believer.
Hi, Size Strike.
No, Size Strike's here. Hi.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
And Hans.
I'm being put on being roasted on my own channel.
Well, actually, let's talk about roasting, because I thought it'd be fun if we did a little roasting. You like doing it? Let's just do an impromptu roasting of. Let's start with the Godless Iowan.
An impromptu roasting. Well, you started.
Yeah, and we're starting with Captain Corncob.
Captain Corncob.
What's the worst thing about Captain Corncob?
He doesn't speak in tongues the right way. It's writing in tongues. It's not speaking in tongues. That's all there is to it.
He's writing in tongues.
I think I'm roasted.
Roasted Johnny.
Yeah, this is a drinking show too. Don texted me and said, "Hey, let's do a drinking stream." How can you argue that? That's a non sequitur.
Yeah. Yeah, I still have not made it to movie night yet, and I really want to do that. I don't know if you have, Johnny.
What's that?
Break has movie night.
Yep, I was one of his first subscribers, I think. I can't even remember when I subscribed to his channel. It was way back when he started doing it. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I went to quite a few of them way back in the day, almost a year ago.
I haven't been there yet, and I've got to get there. Does that sound good?
Yeah, you're gonna love it, man. It's a great time.
Awesome.
You know, I've never sat up in the panel though. Maybe one of these days I will.
Uh-oh. Chat just went to shit.
What happened?
Stakes and Jags showed up.
All right. We can let him in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How you doing, Stag?
Awesome.
Send him a link. I'm trying to find it here.
Did you check my stream this afternoon? You were there for a little bit, right?
I was there, and that's when I fell asleep too. Oh.
Yeah. What do you think of Miriam?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I've never really it's a topic that I never really thought of even like discussing it. So it was really interesting to me.
Yeah, and Miriam's awesome. And for anyone that is interested, either get a hold of her directly or ask me, and I'll get you in touch with her. She's willing to be on other people's shows as well.
I DM'd you, Stag. Yeah. Yeah, it was very interesting. Peter sure had a little robot-y voice, but he had a little bit of problem with his audio. But it was a great conversation from what I remember of it until I fell asleep.
Snarky wants to know how you could fall asleep during a stream about polyamory.
Oh, it only takes me 30 seconds.
Well, I think the better question would be, what did you dream about?
It only takes me 30 seconds.
Hey, Jakes.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing, man? Cheers.
Cheers. You smoked your drink already?
Sorry, I had my chat open in the other window. I don't know if you guys are talking to me or not, or the video.
But
I heard I was hearing too much. There's too much going on. I couldn't pay attention. once I was my own voice come back to me, then it all goes to shit. No. Sorry, what?
Yeah. Did you already smoke your drink?
You know, I was thinking about starting a stream because I was just feeling like doing a bullshit stream, and I was like, "Fuck, I want to smoke though." And then I was gonna load a bowl, and I saw that you were doing a stream, so I came to watch it for a minute, and then you asked me to join. So I figured I could join. I can always cut out on your stream for a few minutes and go burn one if I want to.
You can always.
Or I might just open that window and fucking smoke in here.
And if you wanted a bullshit stream, then yeah, definitely this one.
Excellent. Super good.
This is a drink night or something. I don't know what it's called. For some, Don mentioned it, and I said, yeah, "Why not?" I can't argue it.
Yeah, because we text back and forth all the time.
Yeah,
or like on Twitter, just insult each other. But
yeah, this is more personable.
Yeah,
than reading your text. You can't emote as much on text.
I'm about to get chat open here.
There's not enough emoticons to emote the way I emote.
So, did you put me on the schedule for each week for my show, Wizards in Winnesea? On the calendar?
On the calendar.
Okay, because I forgot all about the calendar this week. I'm just gonna do it solo tomorrow. I'm gonna fucking just rant for an hour. It's gonna be amazing. There's gonna be no one there to slow me down. There's gonna be no one there to cut me off. It's gonna be great.
I'll get in the chat and slow you down.
We'll see.
Yeah, you're in there for 7:30 Central every Friday.
It should be 9:30 Central, 8:30 Mountain.
What is the worst book?
Should be 9:30 Pacific.
Besides the Bible.
Sorry.
Grandma Mo asked, "What is the worst book you ever read?" And then Guitar Dog says, "Besides the Bible."
The worst book I ever read? Fuck, I don't tend to remember bad books all that well, but I can tell you some of the. My beard? What about my beard? I can tell you my least favorite Stephen King book was Tommyknockers.
Tommyknockers, huh?
Yeah, I didn't like that one very much.
Is that the one where that weird noise is chasing them on the plane or something like that?
No, I'm not sure if you're thinking of what's it called? The Langoliers, maybe?
Oh yeah, that's okay. Yep, no. Yeah, what's Tommyknockers? No, it's
Tommyknockers is the alien one where they take over that small town and everybody's hogging all the batteries, and it's just very boring, and it doesn't invoke you could tell that he's really going for fear, and it's just not. Like, I didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling the fear with Tommyknockers. Favorite Stephen King would have to be The Shining.
Yeah. Or, I don't know, Pet Sematary was good, too.
Pet Sematary. I would say that one for me.
That's definitely my favorite movie adaptation. I like Pet Sematary more than I like The Shining as far as movies goes. And I do like The Shining, the movie, too. I think it's equally valid as a movie as it is a book. You just get more enjoyment out of books. That's a given. But
no.
Yeah.
No.
What?
If there's a movie about a book, You watch the movie, forget the book. That's just me, though.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm a lot like John. If it's technical stuff, read it all day long. If it's fiction, can't read it.
Huh. I see. I like reading books. I haven't read one in a long time though. I smoke too much pot to read.
The Mist.
Maybe that's what it is. I make up my own stories on a fiction book.
Is it The Mist or was that The Fog, where they're all in that grocery store escaping it?
Sounds riveting.
There's a creature in the fog, and it's like anyone that's caught in the fog gets killed.
Mrs. Snarky says The Mist.
Yeah, it is The Mist.
Okay.
That was a Stephen King. Most Stephen King movie adaptations are very poor. I maintain that Pet Sematary is the only scary movie ever made. The only scary movie in the horror genre ever made. Open Water was a pretty fucking scary movie.
I think when it comes to horror film, the first one I saw was Friday the 13th, and that one got me a little bit.
But were you a little kid?
Probably like 12. Maybe 11. Yeah, I suppose I was at that age.
I could see how the first ones, even Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street, either one, the first one could be scary. But
if you have Dogma, I can see Hellraiser being scary.
Well, and I think that by the time I'd seen either like the first Freddy, I'd already seen later Freddys. So I didn't take Freddy very seriously.
Yeah, well, that one was kind of, to me, it was already parody on it. It wasn't. I guess horror films never really did actually scare me though, because I could separate.
No,
it. Yeah,
it didn't scare me either. But psycho thrillers
startled
can be scary.
Yeah, for sure.
And the scariest part about the psycho thrillers is that shit really happens. Do you remember Hitchhiker, Johnny?
Yeah, vaguely.
Remember when the girl was between the two trucks?
Yeah, vaguely.
Come on,
I do remember it. I just
you would have been what, 19 or 20 when that came out?
Hey, let's not date me here. Yeah, probably. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. Let's put it that way. I haven't watched TV and a lot of movies lately, and I don't know why. I just haven't had interest in them anymore.
I'm the same. Yes. I haven't watched much of that shit either.
Yeah, I don't know. More interesting finding
finding
bullshit videos on YouTube and watching them, I think.
Yeah, I'm the same. I have limited interests, and right now YouTube is a big interest. TV is. I don't watch much shows.
Yeah, well,
they're talking about the movie Rubber in the chat.
Rubber?
You guys know Rubber?
No, I don't.
It's a movie about a tire. It's a movie about a freaking tire, for real.
Fuck out of here with that shit. Like an anthropomorphic tire that has like desires and his motivations and is driven, not literally but metaphorically. Like, is the tire the fucking protagonist? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You've made me mad. You've pissed me off now. What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
You can't fucking no. Tell me more. I'm jumping to conclusions.
In front of a fucking computer.
I'm jumping to conclusions.
I need to teach you how to use Google.
No, I thought maybe you'd spare me the frustration and just tell me.
It's the story about this tire that keeps stalking people.
Talking to people. Of course. Does it have a mouth?
Stalking, not talking.
Oh, stalking. Oh, okay. That's better.
He doesn't actually talk.
Was
he
it ear?
rolls around and stalks. It's
so
the
it
weirdest
doesn't
thing.
talk to people. But the people notice it?
Yeah.
Does it have a clear motivation?
Good question.
Okay. Snarky is the one that brought it up. You questioned her.
Look, Simba wants to get back to his pride and take his rightful place as the king. You know what I mean? Like, that's his motivation. That's what he's after. And in American Psycho, the protagonist, if you want to call him that, wants to just kill people and chop them up with a chainsaw. That's his motivation. What's the tire's motivation?
I don't know about the motivation, but he makes people's heads explode.
I'm gonna my head's gonna explode. He fucking just... So wait. So he rolls around, he stalks people. Can he like roll at different speeds and start and stop himself? Is that like obvious? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't talk to people. Makes their heads explode. I assume the camera cuts to the tire and goes, and then it cuts to the person and their head explodes. So you know the tire made the head explode. But here's what I'm asking.
Kind of.
They defeat the tire in the end. They end up deflating the tire. Does it have like a brain? Does it have a backstory?
Well, the tire doesn't have a wheel with it, though.
It right? Doesn't have it's just a tire. Oh, okay. Like an empty tire you find on a farm.
Yeah, the metal wheel part isn't there. It's just the tire.
The ones that you use to get
tire
going really good.
Like it's got a puddle. It's got a little puddle of water in it. So just keep rolling around.
I don't know if it has that puddle of water.
Puddle of water fits well in there, though.
So it's just rubber. It's just a piece of rubber. The movie's called Rubber.
The movie's called Rubber.
Well, it's got steel threads in there too. Steel cords in there, though. Don't forget.
Oh,
that.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. So how does it make their brains explode?
You blew his mind, okay?
How does it make the brain explode?
I don't know. I didn't write the freaking movie.
Steel cords receive those energy. Well,
is it like a psychic?
Somebody will use that.
Is it psychic? Is it psychic?
Snarky says, "Watch the movie, Staggerson."
I don't want to watch the movie. I want you to answer my questions.
Hi, Jen.
I don't want to answer any more questions. I'm tired. I'm gonna have a nap. Hey, Jen. Nice to see you, Jen, with one N. Not changing the subject, dear Jen, with one N.
I want one of them tires. That sounds like.
Why? You want your head to explode?
Well, if you get a remote control, then you have control of it, right? Then you can make it do your own thing.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't it have like steering or a drivetrain?
Well, I don't know. Oh, there's a steel on there. You could use magnetic forces to move it, maybe. I know that's a magnet force. Yeah. Very, very much though.
Well, someone mentioned Sharknado, so we got to talk about that.
Sharknado. I've refused to watch that movie, by the way.
Yeah, I've never bothered.
That 5 movies? I think there's 5 now.
There's 5 of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, wouldn't that be ironic though if that actually did happen all of a sudden?
Well, there's a precedence for it, right? Where there's water funnels that actually pick up stuff from the sea, and like there's towns where all of a sudden it'll start raining and fish are falling from the sky. There was one where it was a bunch of eels fell from the sky.
Why aren't we writing stories for Hollywood? We could do so much better.
The sharks. No, those things really have frogs and shit fall from the sky all the time.
That's biblical, Jags. The frogs thing. Remember, God made frogs. The plague of frogs.
my favorite part in that story was when Pharaoh's priests threw their stick down and it turned into a snake.
Oh, we can roast the Iowan now. He's listening.
Oh, is Iowan listening? Okay.
I've got a video that I'm working on for him.
Yeah.
It's one of my most ambitious projects to date. Which if you're familiar with my videos and know anything about what goes into making them, you understand that that's not saying much. But there aren't very many assets that go into each one of my videos. Let me just put it that way. The folder for each video doesn't have very many things in it. This one has a script, tons of fucking pictures. It's going to be great.
Well, my question is, like, he rose through the ranks like fast. He's well known. He's got like 700 subs now. He's loved by just about everybody, which I don't understand because he's from Iowa.
Yeah, I don't get that either. Iowa.
Does anyone care about anybody in Iowa?
Iowa. I mean, Ashton Kutcher, maybe we can give him that, but
now, if you guys don't know, the former Godless Iowan did a response video to Arn Raw, and it's out there on the internet somewhere. Somebody's got to find that.
Wait, what? Hold on. It took me till the end of that before I understood the beginning of it. If I follow you,
that's because I talk funny.
Well, no. I listen funny. What?
Okay.
Are you telling me that the man that we know as the Godless Iowan, his former ego, did a response video to Aaron Ra from the perspective of a Pentecostal preacher? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I have video evidence of him admitting to it.
Well, like let's find one asked, does roasted Iowan taste like corn or smell like corn?
So how do we get that?
I don't know. That's what we got to figure out.
Uh-oh.
He says no one will ever find it.
Iowa, Godless Iowan says Iowa is secretly the coolest and sexiest state in the U.S. Well, I got news for you, buddy.
Now, Slipknot is from Iowa, but I have to point out something, Miss Snarky. They wear masks, okay? They are ashamed of being from Iowa, so they wear masks.
They also play nu metal, which is that's the Iowa of rock and roll. I mean, let's be real.
we gotta script this crap.
The Goo Goo Dolls is good.
The Goo Goo Dolls are from Buffalo. What does that have to do with the price of rice?
Price of corn in Iowa.
Yeah. Did you just say the price of rice in China?
Yeah, but I like the price of corn in Iowa better.
I've never heard anyone say that except for where I'm from in New Brunswick.
Really?
Yeah. It's like there's more to this world than just where I'm from.
Weird.
Now the chat's going to shit because Caproni showed up.
Oh, hey, Cap. How you doing?
Cap.
He's all big headed now. He's got 10 interviews like Kool-Aid.
That was today, stream. Right? And I missed it
right before. That's why I got distracted by that too, because I stopped by his stream and watched that for a little bit. Oh, don't tell everybody. That's why
I got to watch that.
I am going to show up late for my funeral. That's all I got to say.
Minnesotans drink milk from a bag.
Nice.
Who said that? The island?
Who said what?
They are wannabe Canadians.
They are wannabe Canadians.
Minnesota.
Oh, we do say about
just so you know, that's whiskey. That's whiskey. So playing nice might not be an option tonight.
Just
I played nice with you though, Jags.
Half rack of moose head in your set in Canada.
Yeah, moose. I lived like just blocks away from the Moosehead.
Yeah.
Where they make the Moosehead beer. Okay, and one year it was a super hot day and something malfunctioned, and the vats had a malfunction, we'll say, and it was foam rolling down the streets of St. John, New Brunswick. There was like 2 feet of foam going down the street.
Boy, I bet that fermenting stuff actually is kind of rotting. Yeah, I bet that was a big mess. In my town here, we got a private brewery that's been since 18. What was that? I used to drink Moosehead beer a long time ago.
Yeah, Ryan says he likes Moosehead beer.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to call him out on that because nobody likes Moosehead beer. They just drink it because of the price.
Guyless Island, he's still trying. Look at him scratching away there, trying to defend himself. Minnesota is Native American land for 10,000 mistakes. Oh, that's a good one. Actually is a good one.
Well, we better get back on our game of insulting, or not insulting, roasting.
Can't keep up with him. He cheats.
Did you guys see his video though? Because I've been calling him Captain Corncob for a few days now.
I have not seen
and
that one.
He seems to like it. And at the beginning of his video, he's like does his little intro, and then he says he's like Captain Corncob.
Vegetation is Native American Bad Hunter, said Jen with one N. That's funny. I like that one.
Yeah.
Captain Corncob.
Yeah, he likes that one.
Gen Xers. I am a Gen X, ain't I? Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be.
You're a Gen Xer?
I think so. Yeah.
So are you, man.
I'm a Gen Xer then.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Some people call me a Gen Xer, but when I was younger, Gen Xers were older than me, and we never really got a name for my group of people. Like, we fell in the middle. I was class of 2002. I was born in 1983, and we just sort of didn't really get a name. People tried to call us Generation Y for a while.
No never stuck.
We didn't matter. We were in between all this stuff. We don't matter. We're here now.
Well, what's weird about it is we don't even hear about. You don't even hear people talk about Gen X. It's kind of like we don't exist.
Yeah,
I don't really hear the term Generation X used at all, hardly anywhere.
I hear it once in a while. I hear it once in a while.
Class of 2000.
Or am I cognitive dissonancing it or something?
Because we don't do much. We don't like Gen Xers and people my age. We're just like,
Yeah, our parents raised us to do.
We'll just go to the 9 Inch Nails concert. We're fine as long as we got a ride home.
Yeah, I suppose.
But we do lots.
Doo-doo.
I mean,
he said doo-doo.
And Jags is going to say he said doo-doo. You did say it, Jags. Oh, you said that on Twitter one day, or was it? It was in a
chat. It was in a chat.
It's like I just about pissed myself laughing when you said that. It's like, holy shit. Anyway, but we do stuff. We're the ones that's really leading the charge now on getting rid of the religious bullshit. So we should be proud of ourselves.
It was really the baby boomers that didn't do a whole lot, I think. They were, I don't know. They're fine. Everybody's all right. I don't like to identify people by when they were born. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I know a lot of people my age that are shitheads. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the biggest part of that movement.
An important thing. Go ahead, Johnny.
No, you started. Go ahead.
Okay. That's the important thing to remember is it doesn't matter what generation you're from. There's idiots and assholes in every generation, and there's super wonderful people in every generation. So don't judge people by their generation. Judge them by their character.
Yeah, and their political affiliation.
Yeah.
Far middle.
Well, you can say that because, I mean, you've got the people that are right, and then you got the Trump voters, right? That's the way it is in your country right now. I'm probably going to get subscribers for that one.
Oh, yeah, you don't have that many to lose.
Yeah, I know. I'm from the far middle.
No, there's good Trump voters. They just fucked up. Okay, Johnny, I'll shut up now so you can speak.
I forgot. I've lost my train of thought. I don't even know what the hell I was going to talk about.
You're on your second beer, buddy.
What's that?
Something about Gen Xers.
No, it was after that.
Oh.
There's another freaking atheist add a piercing every time to be in a live stream. That's what the guy was Iowan said or asked.
No, but that's a good idea. How about the chat suggest my next piercing? What do you want to see next?
I think we should actually have a roast and actually script some stuff out and roast them.
Yeah. Yeah, but
otherwise
let's do it in let's do it in a video, Johnny, so that he can't respond in the chat.
Oh, that's not fair. We gotta let him respond.
What are we doing?
Writing in tongues. It's not speaking in tongues. And you know that. You know that God was Iowan.
So Jacob's Ladder. Are you suggesting the penis or the scrotum? The godless Iowan, because I've already got the latter on the penis. And Jen wants me to pierce my tongue.
I had my tongue pierced and I took it out. I took my lip out too. I only wear the nose one now. I've had my eyebrow and my ears pierced a number of times. I still have holes in my ears too, but I only ever wear the nose. I could probably be...
That's because you're not as cool as me.
I could probably be inspired to wear the earrings again, but probably not the lip ring. I don't know why. It's not a cool snake bite. It's like you got, it's just the one off to the side. It's like...
Prince Albert.
Yeah.
Where's Prince Albert at?
I was thinking of getting a Prince Albert, but I'm not circumcised, so it's not as cool. But just so you know, Jen, I do have the foreskin pierced. Okay, does that count?
I was thinking about never getting any of my genitals pierced ever.
Don't tell me you changed your mind.
No. I mean, that's my life. That's like my life plan. So hopefully, never have my genitals pierced.
I've actually never
had the thing, Jags. So. Say this, Johnny. Let me say this.
I was waiting for the but.
And just let me. Okay, you go out and you buy these rid condoms, right? To give your girl a little extra pleasure.
I'm not
my what?
Imagine the extra pleasure.
That's not the same thing. That is a false equivocation.
Dude, Don. What the fuck is a condom?
It's one of them things people tell me I should use. No tattoos, Jen. I did have Sonic on here, and if you were like right here, you could see the scarring of it. But unfortunately, the next day I went clam digging. No, muscle picking. And shut up, Jake.
Are those euphemisms? Muscle pick. Started off with a little clam dig and ended off on a muscle pick. And
anyway, I had Sonic here and I got a sunburn, scabbed up, peeled off. That's the only tattoo I ever had. What about you, Jags? We already asked Johnny.
I have a tattoo. I also want to tell a story about piercings / genitals. I have one tattoo and my mom gave it to me. You want to see it? Can you see it?
Yep. Cool. So you're horny.
It's nothing fancy. It's just like a demon skull thing. It never got finished. But cool. One time I had this girlfriend and she had her lip pierced in the middle and she would wear a horseshoe ring like I wear in my nose. And she was performing fellatio upon my penis and I felt a sharp pain and I wasn't sure what happened. It all happened so fast, right? All I thought was like maybe she bit me. So all I knew was pain was coming from that area. But it didn't really seem like a bite. And she jerks her head up and covers her mouth and has this look on her face like she's just terrified. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And she tells me that her lip ring went in me like 14 gauge motherfucking something just like this. Went in my pee hole.
Oh.
Well,
And yeah.
it's only 14 gauge. You're all right.
Well, I mean, you know, I got a pretty big pee hole. Let's be real.
Not much meat to it, is there? Where's the meat?
It's all whole. Fucking, that's it, man. I thought it felt more meaty in my brain. I've told the story before, and I felt like it packed more of a punch.
It's just,
maybe it's because you guys are drunk, and I'm stoned. Maybe my timing's off.
It's me. No, dude. How dare you? How dare you tell these, dude?
Sorry, Jags, but like I'm a freak, so that
come on, dude.
That doesn't surprise me.
Well, I didn't think it would surprise you. You know, I have my lip pierced too, and I wore a 14 gauge, and often wore a horseshoe ring in there, and sometimes. You know, people would see us together, and we both have our lip pierced, so they'd be like, "Do your lip rings ever get stuck together?" Well, that's just not funny because yes, they do. Yeah, they really do.
Your story went from laughing to this is a serious story.
Got the Frank
stuck together. Your lip rings get stuck together, and sometimes they go in your pee hole.
Got the beans on top of the Frank. Oh man.
Snarky likes it. You're entertaining Snarky, that's for sure.
Look, you invited me here.
The Godless Island's confused about this stream, though. It's not.
It's about drinking and smoking and.
Was it supposed to be about polyamory? Is that what they said?
Did you get a chance to see it? My stream this afternoon was polyamory, or this evening, or this night, or whatever the fuck.
No, I had shit going on with the kids all day.
I did a stream with Peter from Gonna Go For It, and Miriam from AskMiriam.ca, and we did a stream about polyamory.
Oh, nice. How'd that go?
Yeah, it was a good stream, and no Christian showed up to tell us we were wrong.
I was gonna send one in there for you, but
the trick is to hook them in the tags in the title. Yeah, like when I do my flat Earth stream, I just call it Flat Earth. I put Flat Earth in the tags.
Yeah, if I change the stream tag or change the name to this, you gotta do it in the tag or you gotta do it in the title? Let's get a bunch of flat earthers in here.
All that shit, yeah. Put Flat Earth in the fucking call everything Flat Earth and start talking about Flat Earth.
No, you know what? I don't want to do that right now. Maybe do it on a sock channel or something.
I do it on my second channel.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do it on this channel.
I do most of my live streams
about pee holes.
I don't think I have any more stories about.
I got to get ice and see a man about a horse.
So this one time when I was a kid, I was with my friend and like his brothers, and they were all a little bit older. And like he's got two twin brothers, and they were just a year older than us. And then he had a brother that was like 3 or 4 years older than us. Not that any of that matters. We were down at the canal here in this town that I'm in right now, and we were jumping off this like a little dam they had in the canal to back the flow, so they could control the flow of the canal. And there was a little pool that formed at the bottom of the waterfall, and we were jumping off there. Well, my friend jumped off, and I'm not sure exactly what happened, but somehow he hit his dick with a stick. There was a stick, and it struck him in the penis when he jumped off the dam. And so we go all the way back to his mom's house, and I remember him crying to his mom, like he's bawling. And I look over, they're in the kitchen, and I look, and it's like a scene from a movie. He's got his shorts open, and he's showing his mom, and he's crying, and she goes, "Do we need to take you to the hospital and get it x-rayed?" And he goes, through his tears, he goes, "There's only one bone in it." We're like in the 4th grade or something like that.
Only one bone.
There's only one bone in it.
There's a lot of animals that actually have a bone in their penis.
Word. Like whales.
Yeah. The what is it? The polar bear has a bone in their penis, and when they have sex, they lock on, and it's like hours and hours, sometimes over days worth of having sex.
Yeah. I learned.
Yeah. All I can think is, for me, if it takes that long, my arm would be fucking dead.
No shit, right? Well, I can switch off. Like, I'm pretty good at using the left hand too, because you gotta learn how to work the mouse. I can't use the mouse with my left hand. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh fuck.
That's jokes. It's funny because it's real.
That's jokes.
It's real. It's real jokes. It's jokes about real, true reality.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a new flat Earth
women's issue. Fucking.
I just heard
okay. What do you
video that I came across, Stag, was a flat earther claiming that a gyroscope proves flat Earth.
Oh, yeah, dude.
How does a gyroscope compass work? I'm not familiar with that.
Okay. You know how a gyroscope works, right? Or at least how it performs. Maybe. They have gyroscopic stable, or like they have an artificial horizon inside of airplanes.
Yeah.
That works off gyroscopes, like gyroscopic technology. And so flat earthers claim that proves that the Earth isn't round, because on long distance flights, a gyroscope will stay the same instead of following the curve of the Earth, which is true. And I'm not sure the exact explanation for that particular point off the top of my head, because I don't know how fucking but I'm certain that when they built airplanes, they don't just put a gyroscope in there and pull the string and say, "Okay, go," before the gyroscope stops. You know what I mean? Like they've got a machine in there that compensates for whatever it needs to compensate for.
I would say that the gyroscope compass, from what I understand of it, that would prove that the Earth spins because it's adjusting to that spin of the Earth.
Yeah, if you spin a gyroscope and just let it spin and spin and spin for a whole day, it will like tip over. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I don't know. That came up on one of my a recommended feed on my push notifications, and I checked it out. I was like, this guy's loony.
I see that one a lot, and I don't have the answer for it right handy. I'm not as familiar with the way airplanes work. I generally just ask. You can always ask them. So how does the gyroscopic artificial horizon in an airplane work exactly? And they'll go, "Well, there's a gyroscope in it." And I'll go, "Yeah, but what else?" I mean, and they don't know either. So that's usually how I end that conversation.
Yeah, when
okay. Question.
They'll go on about.
Go ahead,
Don. Question though. There's so many people jumping on the flat Earth thing. Are you guys getting tired of the flat Earth videos?
I don't know. They get wackier and wackier, man. Like a lot of these flat earthers do a lot of their wacky stuff too. So when I'm in the mood for flat Earth, I just go to. They've got the same old tired arguments. They're not coming up with anything new. They're not going to either. There's no. I mean, they might.
On it.
Yeah, and there's no model. They're never going to come out with a working model because, I mean, we all know why that is.
A working model.
Because we already have a working model.
Let me show you a round square.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I watch Godless Engineer, so he covers Flat Earth every week, and you know, every now and then a Flat Earth video is okay, but like I don't know, even like the mainstream type YouTube channels are going after Flat Earth now.
Yeah, I've noticed that they're picking up on the thing, and I hope that helps my channel grow because I've already been doing that. I'm gonna take a break from Flat Earth though because I am getting a little burnout on it right now. But in general, I kind of like it's one of my main staples on my channel that I go back to is Flat Earth, penis trauma, and Flat Earth. Yeah.
Well, I will say though, like I'm not saying that people shouldn't do it. I'm just questioning it just because like I know like I watched Godless Engineer and he covers a lot of it. I watched Jags and he covers it and a couple more, and then out of that bubble that I watch, you know, if there's flat earth stuff, it pretty much better be new stuff or I'm not going to bother with it. If it's the same old, then I don't really care. And, you know, people have different preferences and stuff. They watch different channels than I do. So yeah, it's fine that people make all these different videos, but I personally think it's becoming oversaturated.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's good that we fight back though because I mean a lot of people are buying into the bullshit. It seems like it's growing, the flat earth movement, if you will. Yeah, it is a movement. It's definitely a fucking movement, I'll tell you that. It's a movement of sorts.
We were talking about that earlier too, where somebody, a charismatic person, kind of has that control. And Mrs. Snarky did an interview with that Jessica Schwab. She was like a new age guru or whatever that was pretty famous, and people were following her. But she said she had that power of people would just, no matter what she'd say, they'd listen to her, and that fascinates me that people follow people like that. They no matter, even if they're saying pure bullshit, you know, like politicians.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of people like that. The guru types.
Bullshit. Speaking of pure bullshit, the Godless Iowan says Don has more holes in his penis than a piece of Swiss cheese. Show me a piece of Swiss cheese that has less than 10 holes in it. Okay?
$10.
Oh, wait. The pee hole, 11 holes.
Are we counting entry and exit ones? Or is that just one hole?
That's like a tunnel.
That's just one
tunnel,
hole.
Though. That's one hole.
Here's a fun fact. Your mouth and your butthole are the same hole.
Yeah, like when you start
your nostrils.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. So when you're kissing somebody, you're licking their butt, basically. You might as well be eating their ass. How nasty do you?
Dirty Sanchez.
Yeah. When they're eating your ass, they might as well be kissing you.
An inverse Dirty Sanchez. That's like clean or something, isn't it?
But
wonder what he says. Instead of arguing the details of flat Earth, I'd like to know what they have against science, and that's it does bother. That is why I try to say something about flat earthers too.
Well, it's funny because they'll sit there and say, you know, I'll ask them a lot of times. I'll ask them, why do you think NASA's lying? That's one of my favorite questions to ask. Yeah. What reason can you give me that I should believe that NASA's lying? And they'll often say, well, they do it for the money. And first of all, that's not a reason why I should believe that they're lying. That's a possible motive they might have for lying. And what, like, how much? Okay, then I have to ask them. I say, humor me. Consider for a moment that they're not lying. How much do you think all the stuff they do might cost? You know, like, you think it might cost some money to build rocket ships? And then they just go, but then it leads right in a circle, right? Because they go, what, they don't build a rocket ship. They're not building a rocket ship. They're in a swimming pool. They're in a fucking swimming pool.
Yeah, they eventually they get caught in their own lies.
Cameras and green screen.
Yeah, it's all fucking special effects.
Photoshop.
Okay, Johnny, I asked you to wear that hat tonight. Remember?
Yeah. Well, I usually wear this hat.
Okay, make it happen. Make it happen.
What? Oh.
Oh, shit.
Can't even do it. There we go.
There we go.
Been practicing for hours just for you.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Is that what that video was that I saw where it's like you doing it like over and over again, different places and shit?
Yeah, I'm trying to do that for doing different effect on a video. I had fun doing it.
Wonder Lady says conspiracy theory equals tedious. Yes, yes, they have no problem believing that not only is NASA lying, the government's lying, anybody with a telescope's lying, Nikon is lying, all the world's governments are in cahoots lying, but Jake the asshole, that motherfucker's telling the truth.
Oh, God, you know what I mean? Like, you're not supposed to tell me about it.
Why is it so easy to believe that all these other people are lying? It's so hard for them to believe that Joe Schmo on YouTube that's telling them the Earth is flat is lying. Because they really are falling for a great trick. You know what I mean? They talk about, like, oh, there's this conspiracy to lie to us about the shape of the Earth. Yes, there is. There is a conspiracy to lie to people about the shape of the Earth. That's true. That much is true. They're out there telling people that the Earth is flat.
Here's the thing, though. If there's a conspiracy that, you know, people are getting paid off to say the Earth is a globe, why the hell don't these flat earthers become one of these people that get paid off to say the Earth is a globe?
Where's my money? The Earth is a globe.
Yeah. I haven't received my check yet.
Oh, come on, Godless Iowan. You know goddamn well that it wouldn't take that long to figure it out.
I'll be right back.
Just adjust your grip. Huh?
Iowan keeps talking about my dick piercings. Why is he so focused on my dick?
I think that maybe he's a little bit upset that he even knows these things about it, so he wants to share his lament, I guess. I don't know. That's just a guess. Is that right? Think I'm right?
How about this, Godless Iowan? Why don't we do a private stream and I'll show you my dick?
Can I be not invited to that?
Yeah, you're not invited. Okay.
Perfect.
Sorry, James.
That's all right, man.
Did Johnny leave us?
He got scared.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, oh. I was going to say he's gone, and it is his channel, so the customary to start telling Nazi jokes. But
That's right, folks. You first heard it here.
Yeah.
I had to go over and start a window.
I need to get a cup of coffee.
How come
I need to get a cup
passing
of
on seeing my penis? Coffee. Doesn't that kill the buzz?
A cup of coffee.
Cup of Joe.
You should do porn.
I don't think YouTube would allow that, would they?
Who cares about YouTube when there's Pornhub, right?
I guess.
Pornhub, the YouTube of perverts. Just so you know, I'm joking about the perverts thing. Pornhub, well, I might be a pervert, but Pornhub is important to me.
I just wish somebody would hurry up and invent an actual perpetual motion machine.
You wish somebody would invent a machine that breaks the laws of physics.
Yes. Sick and tired of them always making these fake ones.
It actually doesn't even, it doesn't only break the laws of physics. What you just suggested breaks the laws of logic.
It does. I know. The poor people that are trying to spend their entire lives.
Yeah. You've broken the laws of cause and effect. Like a perpetual motion machine, by definition, has no beginning and no end.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how do you invent one? How do you put one into motion? You can't invent one. You know what I mean? You can't build one.
I guess in a sense, the universe is in perpetual motion, but it's not a machine. You couldn't make a machine that actually does it.
No, I think that the universe will entropy will take over. Entropy will take over, and all the matter will dissipate to energy, and all the energy will. I dropped my piece of copper, and this is not going to work out. Okay, I found it. It's all right. I found it.
And the piercings will be worthless.
Okay. You're good, Jake. You're good.
I have a fidgeting issue. Okay, I fidget with things, and if I drop the thing I'm fidgeting with, I need to pick it up. I have a fidget cube. Fidget spinners are for noobs. I have a fidget cube, but if you know anything about being
fidgets, no way. You haven't done a fidget cube video yet.
Why would I?
I don't know.
I do videos about stupid things.
GI wants. Yeah, GI wants to know if when I have a piss, if it's like a lawn sprinkler. GI.
He's got to sit down.
You're right, Reese. We all need to find Jesus.
You know what? I found that motherfucker. I'm not even going to tell you what he was doing.
Reese.
I had a close encounter of the woo kind.
Uh-oh.
I was over at my children's grandfather's house. No. This is I was at their grandpa's house, and his wife, my kids are sick, and his wife was telling me to rub Vaseline on their feet. And I'm like, you know what? Okay. Yeah, rub Vaseline on their feet and put socks on. And you know what? I've heard that works, but it's probably an old wives' tale or whatever. But I didn't say anything. But my spider sense was tingling, and I knew. Like I was like, oh no! I felt it. I could feel it. I knew what was about to happen. And without me asking, she says, "That's where the meridian lines are in her feet." And I looked at my daughter, my precious little angel, my pride and joy. And I thought, this lady's peddling woo at my little girl. So I looked her dead in the eyes.
Okay.
And I said, what's a meridian line? Now I know what a meridian line is. It's a line that divides a sphere all the way around.
Yeah, a ley line, correct?
Yeah, so I don't know if she was trying to suggest that my daughter is spherical, which I found insulting. Thank you for getting the joke. God damn it. You got it too hard and now I can't move on.
I gotta get this fucking image out of my head.
So I looked her dead in the eyes, right? I looked her dead in the eyes and I said, what's a meridian line? What are meridian lines, right? I just looked at her and she was a little bit taken aback because these types aren't used to they aren't used to being asked simple questions, right? And she says, well, that's, you know, where the energy is, where the energy flows and stuff. And I said, oh, what kind of energy? She goes, oh, you're one of those types, huh? It was all very friendly, but she goes, you're one of those types, huh? And I'm like, what? What do you mean? I just like, what kind of energy are you talking about? Is it kinetic energy? Is it heat? Is it electricity? Is it potential energy? Are we lifting her up off the ground? Like, can we measure it? Can it be measured? Well, no, you know, not everything can be measured. I'm like, well, does it have a measurable effect? Then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it has a measurable effect, then we can surely measure that effect, right?
Yes.
If it doesn't have a measurable effect, then why am I fucking around with it?
But can we really listen to a guy that talks talks behind a shit cup? Raise your mug again there, Jakes.
Yeah, what?
The emoji shit. The shit emoji.
Is my kid spherical? That is fucking hilarious.
I didn't say that. That's something I thought of in the shower like the next day. Because I didn't stop to think that, like, you know, I actually do know what a meridian line is. It's a line that goes all the way around a sphere from one pole to the next. Circumnavigates.
And where those ley lines fucking cross, those are the power points.
Yeah. What do you mean power, though? That's what I like to ask.
That's where they built the monuments, of course.
I just learned that it's okay to go. I play stupid, right? Like I act like I don't know what they're fucking talking about. I go, what is energy? What do you mean energy? What kind of energy are you talking about? Here's what I know about energy. What do you mean? Do you have an answer? And they don't usually have much of an answer because I don't think there is one, but I don't know. I'll keep asking.
Yeah, well, it's easy to keep on asking questions when there really isn't an answer. And
yeah,
I kind of know that. So you could.
Well, that kind of used to be the gimmick of my channel, was like, and I think I should probably try to stick more to it with my videos, but it's like, you know, I'm looking at this and I'm going, okay, am I convinced? Am I being convinced by this? And at the end of my videos, I would always wrap it up with, well, I haven't been convinced of anything except this person's a paranoid psychopath or something like that, you know, to wave a fucking crystal around in the
air.
Yeah. Yeah, crystal healing. Well, it's an interesting thing.
Johnny, don't question Christian healing or crystal hearing.
Crystal healing, yeah.
Crystal hearing or Christian healing. Don't look. Crystal hearing. Crystal can hear the Christians healing each other.
Until you shove one up your vagina, okay?
Did you guys watch Did you watch my video about the guy that was clearing the chemtrails out with the crystal?
Yes.
There's this crystal, and he's fucking waving it around in the sky, talking about dragons and shit.
You
like
buy crystals to shove up your vagina.
I mean,
Like,
are these people actually normally functioning
for
citizens, or should we be putting straight jackets on some of these people?
you know, I don't think they're like overtly dangerous. I think they have
but it's like, I mean, I just don't get it.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like, if you see somebody, you know, putting a rotten peach in their shoe before they put their foot in it, you might not let them drive the carpool. You know what I mean?
Well, of course not. Maybe Bob that rides with us might want to have that happen, but not me.
The two things aren't directly related, but you go, well, if he's capable of doing this sort of idiocy, who knows what he'll do when he gets behind the wheel. If he has this kind of disregard for his own well-being, maybe we shouldn't put him in charge of heavy equipment.
I want my
hey, Jakes, shut up for a minute so I can catch my breath.
oh, that's funny.
Oh, fuck.
You know what I'm saying, all right? Like,
oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
So yeah, I mean,
carry on.
So that, like, I think it's definitely, it pays to try to fight this stuff at every turn, but these people aren't like, I think they have a better grip on reality than they might let on when they start talking about their woo woo and shit. You know what I mean? Like if their kid gets hit by a car, they're not gonna fucking start waving crystals over them. It's most of them. Some of them, you know what I mean? Some of them will let their kids die because they're trying to heal them with their fucking power of prayer and shit. But for the most part, well, you know, I don't know. It is pretty dangerous though, because it promotes, you know, all I'm doing is making excuses for the ones who abandon the woo-woo at the critical moment. But the woo-woo still promotes the wrong decision in the critical moment. If you follow the woo, you're not going to get your kids
abandon that woo.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that just can't abandon that. And that's the part. That's the danger part of it. Some people just they can't decipher the difference.
So it is kind of dangerous, yeah.
Yeah.
People don't vaccinate their fucking kids.
Even the ones that don't follow the woo-woo when it's most important, they're the ones that follow the woo-woo that at the times where it's not so important, but let it get to where it is really important. And that is the biggest issue. Like, they let it go too far before they get the medical help.
Yeah. Like, I have a friend who hasn't vaccinated his kid. And it's like,
that's
fuck, dude.
That's that harms. That's like the peach in the shoe kind of thing. It harms everybody else in the vehicle, you know. I would have never thought of that.
Okay, Johnny, I know it's your channel, but I would like to touch on this if you don't mind.
No.
With the polyamory video I did today, I got a tweet today saying, you know, Jen with two N's, not with one, Jen with two N's, actually gave 5 points to the video that, and I really appreciate Jen giving her feedback. And her points were: one, thought polyamory was tropal, and I haven't Googled tropal yet, so I'm not sure what that means. Huh. And two, it sounds like a lot of work. Every relationship is a lot of work, but if done right, it can be a lot of fun. 3, Peter kept breaking up. His stream had issues. He roboted a lot. 4, I think y'all can do more episodes and more detail. That is something I will consider because, yeah, like there's a lot about it that we can discuss and go into more detail about. So I will consider it, Jen. And 5, it's really a great topic and y'all handled it with a ton of class. Thank you, Jen. I'm glad you thought that. Okay, I'll shut up now. Let's go back to what is it we're talking about?
Every now and again, when I ain't all that hungry, I'll just take a bunch of food and chew it up, and then I'll spit it out on my plate, and I'll just leave it there. And that way, later on, when I am hungry, I can just get straight to swallowing.
You can drink it.
Oh, fuck, James.
You can only hear that here, folks. You can only hear that here.
Johnny, do you not have some whiskey or something that you can be drinking?
I got nothing here right now. And in this state,
Well,
the liquor store
guzzling the beers.
I already did. I drank them all. No, I had 3 of them. I hardly ever drink anymore. I don't keep much beer around. Or booze at all, period.
Yeah.
Me either.
I'm thinking about, what time is it already? 10:30 here? Been about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, hasn't it? Yeah, I suppose. I think I'm going to shut down here pretty quick.
All right. That's
what you got to do. To have fun, Johnny.
What was that?
I'm fucking fired up on your channel, Don. We'll head
get some
there.
flat earthers in.
We'll go back to your place, man. We'll keep this party going.
Yeah.
Fucking old man Johnny's
My
going to
place,
sleep.
your place, Jay.
Fuck you.
The old man needs to sleep, man.
I could still whoop you in a
Johnny.
quarter mile.
Probably.
No, you can't.
No, I can't. I don't. You know what? I don't want to know.
Okay.
That's something
Johnny.
I'll never know.
Okay, Johnny. There's 2 things I said that you had to do for me to do a fucking stream with you. One was the hat. What was the other?
Oh, you want me to play guitar?
Fucking A.
I suppose I'll have to then. All right.
You're supposed to have it fucking ready.
It is.
You getting your guitar, Jag, so you can play along?
You can't play along over these streams. There's too much latency. So if one person's going to play, you got to just let them. You can't try to play along. It fucks everything up.
I'll just shut out the stream then by me playing and.
Ooh, 12 string.
just don't know what to play though.
Play Freebird, man.
Freebird.
Freebird.
I don't even know.
You know any Skinnerd, man?
Well, yeah, my favorite song. I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. And though the news was rather sad, I just had to laugh. Photograph. He threw his mind out in a car. He didn't notice that the lights had changed. A crowd of people stood and stared. Seen his face before. Nobody really sure if he was from the house. I saw a film today, oh boy. English army had just won the war. A crowd of people turned away, but I just had to look at the boy. Woke up out of bed, drag a comb across my head. Now way downstairs, let her know. Looking up, well, I noticed I was late. Grabbed my coat, grabbed my hat, made the bus in second flight. Went downstairs, let her know. Somebody spoke and I went into a dream. I read the news today, oh boy. 4,000 holes in vibration. Though the holes were rather small, they had to count them all. Now they know how many holes are beautiful girls. I slaughtered that one.
Not bad. It was pretty good. I was jamming, just grooving to it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of here then, everybody. Thanks for coming on. Dag. Thanks, Don. That was fun.
Hey, Johnny. Thanks a lot, man. It's been a great stream.
Ah, I had fun. Well, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to bed.
Okay.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming on.
My channel. Head over to my channel. I'll start a stream and we'll have some fun.